Hello basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I'm going to give you some 3 out, 2 in screen and roll basketball plays. Let's get down to the clipboard and let's check these out. Okay, so first in this play, what we are going to have is player 2 setting a screen for player 5, and player 5 is going to use that screen and he's going to go and set a screen for player 2. This is against a man-to-man defense. Now, after that screen and roll, what's going to happen is player 2 is going to use player 4 as a screen, and player 3 as a screen as well. This is what we call a staggered screen. Player 2 is going to use both of those screens, and of course, player 1 is going to be using player 5 as a screen. Now, player 1 could take that shot. Player 5 is going to be rolling towards the basket, so he could get an open layup as a possibility. Or what could happen is player 2 can be popping off from players 4 and 3 screens, and he may be open for a 3-point shot from the point. Now, we have an option for a layup from player 5, a 3-point shot from player 1, or a 3-point shot or mid-range shot from player 2. Now we're going to be going up against a man-to-man defense once again. And how we're going to be running this one is very simple. We're going to have player 4 setting a back screen on player 3. Now this could be an open layup or possibility for a dunk if you're an older player or an older team. Next, what's going to happen is player 5 and player 2, they're going to be setting up a staggered screen. So if player 3 was not open, what we're hoping for now is for him to be open along the free throw line extended. Now he could hit that 3-point shot as well. So if you have a very quick player, that would be an option for him. Next, what's going to happen if he's still covered, player 2 and 5 are going to be popping out, and we're going to be having player 4 setting up a screen and roll with player 1. Player 1 could take that shot, or player 4 could be rolling towards the basket for an easy layup. Now in this next play, what we're going to be having is player 3 cutting across and setting a screen for player 2. Player 2 is going to be then cutting across the key, and he's going to be popping out towards this free throw line extended. Now he could be open for the 3-point shot. That is an option. And we're also going to be having player 4 popping out using player 5 as a screen. So if player 2 was to be able to receive the ball and he wasn't open to shoot, he could have player 4 open to shoot as well. So that's a possibility there. Next is going to be player 1 using player 3 as a screen. Player 1 is going to pop off. He could take that 3-point shot, or we could have player 3 rolling towards the basket for that layup. Now against the 2-3 zone, what we're going to be having is players 4 and 5 popping out towards the 3-point line. We're going to be having player 3 setting a screen on player 2, and player 1 is going to be using that screen. What's going to happen now is that's going to bring player 3 up, and player 3 blue is going to be rolling towards the basket. At this time, player 3 is going to be cut off, but if this pass goes through quick enough as a bounce pass to player 3, this can now collapse that defense as to now have player 4 open for a 3-point shot. If player 3 was to take a dribble towards the middle, that could collapse player 4, in which case we would now have a possibility of having player 5 open on the wing, or he could be cutting baseline for the easy layup or alley-oop or dunk. Now we're playing up against a 3-2 zone defense. And what we're going to be having now is player 2 setting a screen on player 1, and player 1 is only going to take one dribble, which is going to bring player 3 up. Player 2 is going to roll towards the basket because now player 1 is going to be wanting to double team player 1 blue because that's in their zones. That's kind of their middle area. So now player 1 is going to bounce past the ball into player 2. Now he could take that floater if he's open. If player 4 and 5 are giving it to him, he can take it. If not, that could collapse both players, in which case he could bounce pass or alley-oop to one of those two players for an easy basket. Now one more play up against a man-to-man defense. What we're looking to do here is having player 4 set a screen over for player 5, and player 2 is going to be clearing the side. Player 5 is going to use that screen, and he's going to be screening for player 1. Meanwhile, player 4 is going to be clearing out to that side, and we're going to be having player 1 use player 5 as a screen, and we could have a hedge or If he doesn't have a hedge, he can take the shot. If he does have a hedge, player 5 can be rolling towards the basket for a layup or a dunk. This could also collapse the help defense, which could open up possibilities at the mid-range or three-point line area for players 2 and player 4. Now, I hope that these plays help your team win more games. I'll see you guys again later on today for the second video of the day. And I hope that you have a fantastic summer coming up. We have lots of videos coming, so stay tuned.